Hi, Karamo. I'm Rachel. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Shah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you again. Are you okay with recording this interview?
So I have no problem with it.
Cool. So, how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing good. Just a sunny day here.
Yeah. Did you just come back from work? I think you mentioned in your email.
So I had a long day, but I'm at home here right now because I find it a bit difficult to connect. But after all, I made it out.
Nice. I'm glad you made it. Are you
Welcome.
there? So then you're at home with your family?
No, I'm by myself here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you another overview of what this interview is for, the purpose, and kind of some of the questions that I'll ask you before we start. Is that okay?
So you okay?
Okay. So this project that I'm a part of with my professors and with Roberto, which who you know, is called Performing Human Rights. So we're
Okay.
really hoping to let you tell your own story of your journey as an asylum seeker, um, however much you want and however much
Okay.
detail. Um, we kind of want to know the beginning, the middle, and the end, and the future for your future. So the beginning, it would be nice to know where you started off in life, maybe some stories of your family back home, if you're comfortable. The middle, you're really the journey that you took to come to Sicily. And then the end, which is where you are now, but it's not the end, it's really the future, and
Okay.
where you hope to go in the future. Does that make sense?
So
Okay.
quite well.
Um,
Well,
mhm.
maybe just to introduce myself again, I'm Karamo. I come from the Gambia, West Africa. Well, a small, tiny country, just it could be found in the west coast of Africa, besides Senegal, which many people know. Well, I'm from an extended family. I did my studies gradually from primary, secondary until my senior level. But I've never worked in my life back home. But I did all my studies. After all, I see it necessary, like to have much opportunity that I can't make it back home there because of the state of economic there, because the country, well, is economically very poor because majority of the people based on their income are low income earners, and then they all majority are farmers and then businessmen, the likes. So as a newly graduate, I have nothing much to do, just to venture into something. Then I decided to take on this journey, which was not by choice, but I really need to, because I need to have a better life, and then also to upgrade myself also. Well, I embarked on this journey which was very hectic, and then it was not easy for me, although because I have my own definition for it. I call it the journey to the dead zone. Like imagining one living your country, your family members, your brothers, your sisters, friends, and everyone behind. You are embarking on a journey that you don't know whether you will finally reach to your destiny or not. Well, it was very long, but I started from Gambia in the year 2013, where I moved out alone, and then started my journey passing through Senegal, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and then crossing the desert to reach to Libya. Well, during the journey, I pass out many hardships. There are many obstacles that you need to break down, and then there are so many challenges. Imagine you are not no more in your own home country; you are in a foreign land, so you need to bear with every situation that you might find yourself in, and then also you need to focus because you have a target and also you have a vision to accomplish. So it was not really easy, but I made it through. Then across the desert, which takes me about like 6 days with some other friends, but not like it's a journey. Okay, the journey was like from Gambia to Senegal, Burkina, Mali. Well, one can say it was a bit comfortable. You travel by bus, maybe some will travel in this minivan, but to cross the desert, you need to travel in these big lorries or in these big trucks carrying goods. So you need to be together with these goods and then make up the journey to go. Well, in Libya, when I arrived, things were not very, very easy. And then it was not like how I do expect it because knowing just Libya just come out from war in 2011 and then I embarked on the journey in 2013. So there was not that much settlement in the country there because there was no formal government there. Everybody is with guns. And so the rate of kidnapping, the risk was very, very high there, especially when you see you as a black color. Like we were like fortunes when they see us. But one can, knowing that they are travelers, they can just kidnap you, take all your belongings, everything that you have within you. Or they can, if you have nothing that you have in your possession, they can kidnap you because they know that they can trade you either by selling you to another person or making you to call your family members back home so that they can pay a ransom of money on your head. So it was very, very hard, but we made it through. And then also moving, like Libya also is very wide. It's not that you just enter in Libya and then you have to embark on the journey to cross the Mediterranean Sea. You pass through villages and then cities before you reach. So passing through Sava, that's the first big city that we passed through, and then taking another 3 days journey until I reach in Tripoli, that is the capital. But in that city also you have to be in hideout. You don't need to be roaming about in the city. But people who have necessities, they have to go out and then look for their daily bread because you need to feed yourself, you need to house yourself, also you need money to pay to the traffickers so that you can embark on the journey to reach to Europe here. So it's everyday risks. Sometimes these ghettos that we have been living, some bandits will just come and attack, knowing that there are only black peoples there. They are in possession of money or they are embarking on a journey. Like I just earlier tell you, if they don't find anything with you, but getting you yourself, you are fortune to them. So sometimes you will have attacks and then some other likes. So from there, I did embark on the journey, pay my traffickants. I'd have to wait for weeks or so to start my journey. Then I attempt to cross through the Mediterranean Sea in a in a boat. I can say in the name of a boat was something that we have to fill it by ourselves with air like a pump boat, and we put it on the sea. Then we embark on it. We were about 125, but we had a very bad luck that we were caught in the sea. That the Libyan military coast guards arrested us, and then they sent us back to Libya with the promise that they will deport us back to our countries. But that was not what was done. They keep us in prisons, from one prison to another, from one prison to another. We get deported back to the desert. I spent like 3 months, 15 days in the prison, and then I was sent back in the desert where I escaped again, having this vision that I will not go back to my country. And then I have to restart again from the desert again to come up because that was my ambition that I want to travel out to Europe. So this is what I do again. I made a second try and then I came again back to Tripoli, the capital, after doing another journey again. From there, I embark on again, try again the second time to cross, which I finally reached to Europe, Italy here in Sicily, in a city called Syracuse, with about other 105 people with a female lady within us. we were kept in an emergency camp for 2 weeks. Then we were separated in various camps because we were within us there were some minors which they have to separate from the adults and then take them to other camps. For us also, based on nationalities, they separate us and then divide us into subgroups. Some we had been transferred to in various cities around in Sicily, others we have been taken upside in the north of Italy. For me, they took me to the biggest reception center here, found in Sicily here, that was called Cara di Mineo. It was about one of the biggest reception centers so far in Europe. In those days, in the year 2013, there were about 5,000 refugees in that reception center from every part of the world, Syria, you name it, Bangladesh, Pakistan, coming to Africa, Senegal, Mali, Burkina, Somalia, Eritrea, Ethiopia, anything, anywhere that you know the refugees run away for their lives, they have been found in that reception center. And then it takes you a very long period of time to stay there because you have to follow up the bureaucratic system to wait for you to be commissioned, whether they will, you have to file your asylum request, and then you have to wait. In those days, in that reception center, at least you have to wait for 1 year before they will take you to the commission. Then you will face the authorities, and then they will hear from you the reasons why you leave your country. If at all it falls under the Geneva Convention, they will grant you as international protection, that is the status of refugees. If your request is not being accepted, they will give you a negative. But during those days, they will, instead of giving you a negative, the Italian government give this proposal that they can give out like a humanitarian protection for people, maybe like young people, or some people have other conditions, or the condition that maybe you cross a war zone to come here, or you have in some other issues. But if they don't accept your asylum request, you are given a negative, that which you have the right to appeal and appeal for the demand again. Then you have to wait for another process. For me, my request was not accepted, but they gave me the humanitarian protection, which was a permit of 2 years. Then I was in the camp. I did some training to be a cultural mediator there. Then I started gradually, my life begins from there with a permit, which enables me to work and then have access to medics, access to anything that you know that a legal person can do with a permit. So I started my life because I have my own projects. We started my work as a cultural mediator. I worked in the reception center where I was living. That is where I first started, and then also I just started my life with that. So after the expiring of my that 2 years permit, I converted to a working permit, which I am in possession of now. I'm having a working permit. I'm living now in Italy for about almost 7 years now. Oh, well, life is going, it's not easy, honestly, like as a refugee, but there are much challenges, and then there are much things to go about. The problems here are like in the reception centers, there are not much trainings that are being given to migrants. Like, for example, if migrants are given skills training, yes, they provide Italian language classes for migrants. Like you study firstly the basic to know Italian language, maybe to greet, to know, there's a formality, but some people are lucky also who goes to school. Maybe you can have the testa media, that is this, the middle school certificates, which I already do. And then also I had I had a B1 in Italian. So I'm making a progress because every man have his own dream. This is my own wish. Finding myself in a foreign land, I need to focus and then be very determined, because I know that determination for me is my weapon, and then success is all what I am targeting. I know it will not be easy for me, but with self determined, I will make it through no matter what, because I believe if there is life, there is more hope. So life is going on. I'm independent by myself. I live by myself. From the little work that I do, I pay my bills and then live my life to be happy, and then give access, advice to other people. And I also venture in giving back to people. Like I also support migrants because I do much voluntary work, helping my country people, those who are from the same country like I am, because I can speak their language, helping them to do their legal processing, taking them to lawyers, or if they have any police issue, I will accompany them. And then also with help without boundary, I also help other people which they can speak of English, maybe Nigerians or other stuff. After my work, I dedicate my time to give support to migrants, to help them do their legal processing, because here the system is very very complicated. So if a person that cannot speak the language, he or she will always have difficulties. So any project that is helping migrants, me, I normally venture into it to give support to other people, because I am one. If my condition change, that doesn't mean that I am out of it. Still, I am inside the system. I need to give support to other people also who really need it, because here there are less opportunities for us here. So if we give support to one another, I bet we can make it through. So the empowerment is lacking for on the side of migrants. People are with documents, they don't have engagements. You have your permit in your hand, maybe you have no work, or you have your permit in your hand with a status, or you don't even have a house to sleep. You are on the street. Sometimes it really touched my heart, because I also do voluntary work with the community here, like the community of Sant'Egidio. When we go out on Tuesday to give out sandwich to people, I see migrants, boys of my age, sleeping on curtains on the tents under the cold. So it really touched my heart knowing that they leave their country based on different motives. So some people were living very well back home, but today now they are living, sleeping on the street under the cold weather. It's raining, they are sleeping on it, or they have no roof over their head, or even to find cent to get a sandwich is a problem for them, which is very, very sad. And some people have many disturbs, because in these situations, when you are living it, it's very, very hectic for you, because psychologically you will be disturbed, because if you have problems thinking about your document processing, you have to wait year after year, you file an appeal, but you still have no positive response. So you are waiting for the, which means you are not working. So you will be waiting for that response from the court. Still, you are going to, who are you going to rely on? Nobody will give you. So you need to attach yourself to the social workers or any charitable organization here, so that you can have food to eat. Maybe in the Caritas, we will join to go there and have lunch. If you want to take shower, you will go there also have shower. Maybe they can give you some clothes to change. But that is not the life that you want to live. At least everybody want to have an independent life, a life that you know that you will be held responsible of yourself, and then also you will have a target or something to make, because you have this wish to live in Europe, to live good like any other person, because we see Europe as the dreamland. But at times when we reach, we see it at a different way. Because no, me, I have personally, I never thought, well, like Europe will be like that. But yeah, I can see in South Italy where I am. I have been living here in Sicily for past 6 years now. The level of poverty is too much here. Even Italians are finding it difficult for themselves. Or talk less of the migrants who are here without any family. So it's really, really, really difficult. So at times things are very hectic here, but that doesn't mean one have to lose hope. The only thing is we need to just focus, and then you have to have the project of your life. You put your project and then outline and then put your needs according to their importance, and then work on them bit by bit. I guess with life you will make it through, because if they don't give it to you, you need to make it happen. Don't just blame people and then say that they don't give me, I will not. You can go in and then search it for yourself. That doesn't mean you have to engage into trouble or engage into anything illegal that will make you to lose guide or to be frustrated. Because this is what is troubling many people, because you see that, well, I am hopeless, I am on the street, I have nothing to do, well, I need to survive. So you need to venture into something that you know that at the end it will just ruin your life and then you will not make it again. So me, my future target is, as I live good, I want to help other people, and then also working in the sector of immigrant migration. I really like it because every day interacting with people for me is very important, because I came to learn many things, many cultures, many traditions, many way of life of people. Because talking to people, they will narrate their lives to you, their stories, and then their cultures, their way of life back home. You get to learn many things from them. So for me, this is like a form of like school for me. Because any day I will go out doing my outreach voluntarily, independently by myself, without any pay, which I don't even request for. I'm learning many things which I am benefiting. If they benefit from me, but me also I am benefiting from them, because any new person that I interact with, I get to learn something from that very person, and then that is very, very helpful for me.
Well, thank you, Karamo, for sharing
Welcome.
the overview of the project of your life, of Karamo's life. Um, I think your role as a cultural mediator is really interesting. I think it's obviously a very productive thing for you to do. You say it helps you learn
Of
by
course.
interacting with people who are much like you, similar to you. Do you
Exactly.
think it helps you emotionally or psychologically heal in helping other people who are like you and have similar journeys to you?
So because sometimes you have this, because imagine sometimes you have this stuff, like imagine you listening to somebody who will narrate to you about his way of life, his stories. Because sometimes even it very few that I will have interaction with women, but sometimes I do. Like imagine a lady will be explaining to you about what the things that he have passed through, maybe tortures, rapes, and this will touch your heart, because you will not wish this to happen to your own sister. So psychologically it will give you a trauma that you disturbs you. And then not forgetting also, I remember I once worked in a project which you know that we offer, like this project was about sexual and reproductive health. We offer tests for HIV and hepatitis for to immigrants, and then we also have a psychologist within our group. Sometimes when we have a sitting with these psychologists, when people start to talk about their life, things that they have passed through, because they have these traumas about the past, it really I really feel sorry for them, because sometimes I will come home, I will not be in the mood, because thinking about what happened to that very person, knowing I myself, I have passed through the same thing. If I could remember when I was in the prison, what I have passed through, so I still have a mark on my back, which on my shoulder, which you know that it will forever be. Any day I hear about Libya, or anybody who saw that scratch mark on my body and asked me, what is this? It will tell me about Libya. Even I tend to forget it in my memory, but I still have the mark on my body, which will forever remain there. So which means this journey will forever be in me. I just need to put it aside, the weight of it, I need to put it down and then concentrate to move on, which is very difficult. But working on it gradually, you can make it up, because it's really difficult, because anything that somebody explained to you about Libya is the fact, because my own can be very simple, somebody's own. There are people who spend 2-3 years in Libya, people spend 1 year, 2 years just in prison. You understand? Because you have been kidnapped, they place you one place, you have to call your people to send you money, or no, they just keep you. When the Libyans keep you in the prison, they have not, it's like they just keep, like, somebody who just keep a donkey, just time to food, they give you food, they give you food. Whatsoever they give you, that's what you have to eat. So it's really disturbing. But for me, I thank God that I'm living, and then I'm a living testimony to this. I've attempted 2 times to cross the Mediterranean Sea. The first one, they caught me. The second one, I made it here. I crossed the desert twice. So this journey is, for me, is something that I have done it twice. So it means I really have a big experience of it. Imagining how I come in, how they puzzle me inside the car like flock of sheeps. So it's not something that's comfortable. Sometimes I will even think by myself, why did I attempt to do this? Why? But it like a passing, having the wish to commit suicide. These are the two. Somebody who just wish to commit suicide, you just go and hang yourself, or you just go to a bridge and then you drop yourself. You will die at that very instant. But the same to this, taking this journey, it's like somebody taking some road to go and commit suicide, because you will never know whether you will reach or not. Nobody can promise you that. Even you are financially equipped, that doesn't mean. There are people who that they have sponsors, they have money, but that doesn't mean you will come, they will catch you with all your money, they will uh, take everything from you. There are some people who they have no help, but they make it through. Some people who have money, it's not what you have, or who you are, or what if you are brave or not. Only the lucky ones make it here. There are millions who cross to come here, but there are millions who also the desert consume, and then the sea also consume. If you see 1,000 comes in Italy, know that thousands are inside that sea, and then thousands also everywhere consumed, because the cars that transport people to cross the desert, sometimes they will even miss their way. So people will be roaming about in the desert for days. So without food, without any water, where will they remain? They will all die there. Understand? The same thing happened. Boats will capsize day by day in the sea. So what we see in the media and then what is happening is quite different. So only those who live it, only those who pass through it can explain to you the real picture of what they have gone through. You cannot doubt anybody who will tell you this is what I passed through. You say, well, it's not true. But you have never passed through it, you will never know it. But the journey was not easy for anybody. For me, my own definition is I just give it out the journey to the dead zone. So
Journey to the dead zone, right?
yeah.
Karamo, can you share a story of your life in the Gambia? Maybe the story that you often think about, a memory that you always think about, or something happy, something sad, whatever you'd like to share.
Well, me, my life in Gambia, I just live like an every other average person. Well, I was born in an extended family. So luckily, they put me through the school. I have all my basic education. So I just have the wish just to live a better life, and then to having this hope as a youth man, or have a boy, also as a young person, that I need a better life, to just embark on a journey. Seeing friends or hearing about this journey, I embark on it. And even here, if I feel, they would think that I felt sad about like living away from my family. For me, this is a sad memory, because living in a foreign country where you will be discriminated because of your color, your religion. So when you are within your family, I never knew about this. In my country back days, I live with my friends who are Christians. We live together. My childhood friends are Christian. We play together. I myself personally have gone through a Christian school. Nobody discriminated me because of my religion, not about my tribe, because I will not say color because we are all blacks there, but not my tribe because in Africa we have different tribes. I'm a Mandinga, but I speak another extra 3 dialects in my country. So there is no any form of racism there. So we all live happily together as one big family. Understand? So the only sad memory I may have is living away from my country and then away from my friends and then my families. So that is the sad memory I might have. But yeah, also I do have friends that I know sometimes you have this homesick, but in life there is no place like home. No matter what, there is no place like home because those are the people that I know, my father, my mother, and my brothers and sisters. But I guess someday in life I will reunite again with them as time goes.
Yeah, I'm also a Christian.
You say.
Yeah, that's the hope, right? To reunite.
Well, for me, I guess this religious difference, me, I came to know it when I came in Europe here because I first studied in the Christian school in my primary when I was very young,
Mhm.
which I don't even know what the difference between religion. My father see no difference. I was in the Christian school. I need to memorize all the names of the Bible from Genesis up to Revelation. I can pray Our Father in heaven. So I'm a Muslim, but I learn both. And when exams come in CRK, I pass well. So it's just maybe here in Europe, with interest, people just tend to differentiate Muslims from Christians. And then for us, I can remember during my childhood days when it's Christmas, we would join with our Christian friends. We would celebrate together Easter when Easter comes, Palm Sunday. So I know much about the Christian religion. I have no difference. For me, in human nature, I have no difference. I don't judge nobody because as the Bible says, judge none and you shall not be judged. So I'm not anybody to judge anybody. What I just expect is that people give me my right and my privilege. And then I also am so much proud to always defend my own dignity because this is the only thing that I have. If I treat you right, you have to treat me right. I have my own principle, but I don't judge anybody. I can mingle with everybody. I was a scout when I was a child, and then we have this song that I'm a friend to everybody, no matter of what country, class, or creed the other person might belong. So these are the teachings that we know since we are very young. So to differentiate one from another, I think it make no sense. Yeah, in Europe, you people classify you as an immigrant. They have every perception. They have this stereotype. Yes, you are poor. You come with sickness. Everything. Understand? Okay, because you are black, even you stop somebody on the street, hello, just to ask for the information, they'll say, no, I don't have money, because that is the perception that they have, maybe, or they will create harm on you. You will enter a bus, nobody will like to sit beside you, inside the train, nobody will want to have any interaction with you. Anybody who sees you just feel sorry for you, even you yourself knowing personally that you are far better than that other person, but they just have this because it's a mindset that people have. It's a concept that people have, like blacks or migrants who all come here. They are all poor. They are all here with the sicknesses, and then also. So this is a mindset, I guess. But people to have, they're lacking the information because that's why I said before you judge me, you need to ask me. If you ask me about my story, my way of life, I will tell you, you will come to believe and you will come to know who am I. Understand? Don't believe that Africa, we are all living in a jungle. I never know a jungle. I've never been to a village. I've never seen donkeys, cats, and then horse cats, unless those who use it for domestic work. but I've never climbed on a donkey cart. And I'm from Africa. Not, I've never slept under a hut or a helmet, no, because I've never lived in the village. So, but this is a mindset and then the concept that people have. It's a misconception that people have on immigrants. But these things need to be wiped out. Like people who are working within the sectors of immigration, they need to make sensitize people, especially those who are the younger ones that are coming. Sometimes I normally go to school. If they invite me, I will just narrate my story, and then I will also allow them to ask me questions. Because like what your father will tell you in the house, that's the concept that you will grow up. So, but if somebody who is living that comes to you and narrate to you the real picture of it, you know that what my father, my mother are telling me is that it's not something true. So the younger ones need to be very equipped and then very enlightened so that they can grow up with a very open mind. Yeah, in Italy, those who travel out have open-minded vision of immigrants. But those who are living within and have never moved out, they have a very wrong concept about migrants. They put all the blames on migrants. Yes, they come here to take our works. They are criminals. All sort of negative things that might come into their mind. But I don't blame them because the lack of education also, if somebody don't have a wider vision or wider memory, he or she will his thinking capacity will be very low. So it's very important that you inform yourself and make research. If I see blacks coming, I will ask myself, why are these people coming? Okay, I'll make on my own research, make question and answer. At least have a dialogue with them. Understand? Even you don't accept why they are coming, but you try and make a dialogue with them, interact with them. In that you will learn many things. I can be a black man having a bad concept on another black man, but if I really want to know the real picture of that, I will make a dialogue with that very person or interact with that person to know what is making him or her to react in that very manner. But here the misconception is very high. So this is how we live in. But that doesn't mean one have to lose hope. You just need to focus and then just be determined. Seeing yourself in a foreign country, you will have to accept that it will never be easy on you. So always you will be facing troubles and challenges. So all these challenges, how you can overcome it is just to be very determined. And then you say to yourself, I will make it. I'm going to push hard. I'm going to push hard. So this is how I am living.
Was the phrase "I will make it" something that you had to tell maybe your family when you told them you would be making the journey to Europe?
Well, especially like like a mother a mother is always very close to the child. My mom, well, I don't say she appreciated, but she was very worried, and then she has no comment to make.
Hmm.
Yes, she had no comment to make, but she was very worried. I can say she was just speechless whether to accept or not to accept, but she just need to give her own wishes and then also to wish me the best because it's an adventure that I want to embark on. But she will be worried for me. She was worried for me as okay, my son is going. I don't know whether I will see him again
Yeah.
or what will he be going through. So all this will be coming into, and then especially when I was in prison for 3 months, they don't know whether I was living or I was dead. So imagining about that already, that's also is something that that can say that yes, how they are doing.
Hmm.
But even here I am that I will speak to them always, but they if it passed like a day or two, I don't call. Well, when I call her, she will say, well, what is the problem? Hope you are doing well. They are always concerned about my well-being. Even I'm not supporting financially, but my well-being, they are very concerned about that.
Yeah. So did you also have to tell your father or your siblings as well, or just your mom?
Well, for my case, when I was traveling out, I spoke to my father, but because he was not at home that very day. To my siblings, no, because like in my culture, like you give respect. I give respect to my mom and then my father, but my father was not at home. But I did call him when I was on the way going. But for my siblings, like they knew it after when I just moved out. But I will not advise them to embark on the same to follow my footsteps because it doesn't worth it.
Yeah.
Because we thought Europe is the paradise, but it's not that. So it doesn't worth it for you to go and risk your life. For me, I believe we should all travel freely without, the world should have no boundaries. We should all travel legally and then like the authorities make it easy for everybody to travel illegally. If you have the qualifications, why not?
Yeah.
You should travel out. What having my passport and everything to travel out. Traveling in Africa for it's not for the poor people. It's for the rich. If you don't have a scholarship in Europe or in America, you can never travel out. But so you just see the best opportunity is let me go and risk if I will make it or not. So the poor are not to take the plane to come to Europe or in America. But they find it very difficult to put food on their table to eat. Even the visa transaction fees that you will pay, that which is not refundable, the poor is not having the money to make an attempt because they will ask your bank statement, assets, and many stuff. So traveling legally is not for the poor people. And even this bagway journey that you embark on, you pay much money, but it's not something that you know that as you pay money, maybe going through the journey, you will be walking and then fast forwarding, walking and fast forward. But imagine that back home, you just need to have everything and then embark on the journey. So it's too different. Yes, yeah, the rich or the people who are having a stable family or a stable economy, okay, your child have won a scholarship. Yes, your family or the father is economically strong, will help the son to travel out to make it to his dreamland, or you help him out in the form of a business too. But traveling is very difficult.
So for
So,
you,
but may I give no advice to anybody to embark on this journey? It doesn't worth it because when I see conditions, I'm living. I'm all these 6 years. I'm interacting only with immigrants. I do voluntary work. I go to ghettos where migrants are who are making use of all sorts of living all sort of life, drug abusers, prostitution, whatsoever life that you know that criminality. Understand? So but that wasn't their wish to come and do. But this is in the situation that they find themselves. So I will never give that picture back home to tell people, come in. Europe is a paradise for you people. If you have a chance to travel, I will not discourage. But if you want to come legally, I will not advise you because you can risk your life and you die on the journey before even reaching here.
yeah.
So it's very hectic. I guess everybody, wherever you are, you just need to if you authorities or the governments motivate them and then provide for them, they will live. Even in your own country, you can make it there. I bet even those who are living on the street here, even told when they were in the reception center, they were being motivated, provided with skills, training, and many things. They will have come out and with a work. At least you have a skill. Anywhere you go, you can work. But like a layman, you have no skills, you have no educational background. How do you expect to survive in Europe? You all know in Europe or in America, if you don't have any skills or you don't have any educational background, you can do nothing. You will always doing hard labor. And then hard labor also it have until a period of time. And then you will just be hopeless on the street. So it's very hectic.
So part of the advice that you give the people, your friends that you help, your migrant friends there with you, is to develop skills.
So we here, anybody that I have to interact with, if you whatsoever gym that you are doing, especially first advice I give you, I advise you to follow up your document issue that will make you to be a regular on the territory. Because anytime you will come across a police control, so that when they, anytime they control you, they will know that yes, you are regular on the territory, you know. First on that. Secondly, I will also advise you to engage yourself to learn the Italian language so that you can be equipped. At least you have a weapon in your hand that you know that you will not harm anybody, but it will protect you.
Right.
Okay. If anybody will need to take you in a restaurant to wash dishes, at least you, when he said, okay, bring me the bowl, you will not go and bring a knife. At least you can communicate easily. So these are my advice I give them. I don't judge them. I know that yes, conditions are putting them to do this, but to find a way for them to get out of that, I will do that, assisting them in any order, in any means that I can. Yes, in any means that I can, I will. I normally assist them. Sometimes, okay, let's go to my house. You can have a clean shower. Maybe you have not sleep for days. Okay, let's go. Maybe you can have a rest there for 1 or 2 hours. We eat together. All this, giving support. These are all psychological supports. You understand? At least listening only to them, will also help them. At least when somebody gets somebody help, listening to the person, giving, expressing all your problems will ease you out. Understand? Will ease you. So I give them advice to regulate themselves in this territory, and then engage in the learning Italian, and also make start job hunting. Like go in after job, maybe create a curriculum, and then you start to pass it to into restaurant, what any sector that you think that you have hope that you might get employed. So this is my advice that I give. And then any support that I can render to them, I take them to their lawyers so that they can to facilitate communication between them. If they need to go and make a report to the police, I will go with them. So this is how I live my life.
Yeah. So you talked about the conversation you had with your mom when you told her you were leaving, and how now that you're in Italy, you have this constant drive and determination to focus and to make the most of it. But what was the initial um, thing that you heard, or from who did you hear it from about about Europe, about Sicily? Um, from your friends, from TV, from media? What made you decide, okay, I'm going to tell my mom and I'm going to make this journey?
Well, before me traveling out, well, like imagine like I've been to school, and then maybe okay, been to school and then quite aware about what is happening in the world, watching TV, and then knowing that there are 5 continents. So, and then also we are in Africa, we see our state of economy. Watching on TVs, you see Europe, how they are living, their way of life is far different from us, technology whatsoever. So you also have the same wish to
Mm,
have it there or to go and live in that life.
mm,
So back in those days in Gambia, people traveled much to Spain because they were taking that route to go to Spain. They would take a boat and then go to Spain. But after it comes like in the 2009, 10, 11, people started using the road to Libya. Well, for honestly, I never planned to travel out to Libya, but it just comes suddenly. Well, I had friends first who travel out. I had their news that they are in Libya. Few of them have they also crossed. They are in Italy. Then I also make up my mind. Say yes. Also, I will also make a trial. Well, I can say it's the call of destiny. Then I say also let me also embark on it. But I was quite aware about what is happening in the world, and then also it is the wish of every Gambian youth to travel out to go to Europe, because the income level is very very low there. So people who they earn nothing less than 200 euro, 250 euro. So in a basic salary, or some people even less, 50 euro in a month. That is 2,500.
yeah.
So that is less, it's nothing. So you have the hope that when I go to Europe, I will live a better life. And then we've seen people who are living in Africa, they travel to Europe or America. When they come back to holidays, their life change, what they can afford before and then what they can afford in the present time. It's quite different. So you also have the wish, and then that motivates you that I want. Everybody has a mentor. Understand? You look on somebody, say I want to be like that person. So this push you, but when you have to have a mentor, but let it not lead you astray. You have to choose somebody who will lead you or focus. That's why I said I don't advise people to come embark on this journey. I would be a mentor because I'm in Europe, yes, but don't let me not inspire you because I have traveled through this journey. Let me inspire you because what I am doing or what are my visions, but don't let me not inspire you for you to travel along this journey.
Right.
Understand? So
Yeah. So you're a mentor to the people around you in that you inspire them to get to the same state of mind, but not necessarily to take the journey. So maybe when you call, do you call your and talk to your siblings and explain all?
I talk to my sibling brother, but for friends, I guess none of them are left back there. All my friends are here. All those who are grow up, they are all here. They are all here. We are not living together in Sicily, but I came to meet a few of them when I newly come. They were living in the same reception center, but like here when you arrive, they just transfer everybody. My childhood friends, they are all living here. Some are in Italy, some are in Germany, in many parts of Europe. But so
Okay.
at times I will speak on telephone, but giving like reference to people who are back home. Yes, that's where my advice go, telling them, yes, you can make it. Me, what advice I give, even to my sibling brothers, his friends, I give them this advice. You can make it there. Well, no, I want to come here and say, yes, yeah, it's true. Currency level is different. If you have 50 euro, there is something else, but you can make, there is somebody who is living on the street. You admire that person is in Europe. You are living inside your own house,
Mm,
sleeping there with paid no rent. Yeah, anything you do, you have to pay for it. So having that state of mind, living back home is better than you come here and then you suffering yourself. Understand?
yeah.
So this is what I give. If you can make it back home, why not you stay? But it's not something that somebody they can accept because it's not something easy to accept. Because if I'm telling this advice, they will have this mind that no, you don't want me to come. Ah, you are in Europe, you don't want me to come. Understand? Why
Mhm,
not you come home?
mhm,
Yes. If you say that that place is not nice, come home. This is what everybody will tell you. Ah, okay, Europe is not nice. Come home. Yes, I have lived here 6 years now. It will not be easy for me to relocate back. Even I have the wish, missing my family, missing my friends, missing my life back home. But I have adopted another new life here. I've started a new project. Understand? I cannot just abandon that project and say I will go and leave. But I can give advice to people to say that okay, you can make it there. What you need in life, what no matter where you are, the issue is you need to focus and then take in challenges, take in responsibilities. If you do this, you will always make it, no matter where you find yourself. Understand? You have been in Africa or been in Europe, but if everybody is entitled to do whatsoever he wishes because it's your right. If you wish that this is what pleases you, you can do it. But advice me, I give you advice, sincere advice I give to people. I will not discourage you, but I will just tell you the truth, and then based on that truth you can just do what you wish, because I know that everybody has his own right, and then everybody has the right to pick and choose.
yeah.
Yes, and then not to put blames on people. Yeah.
Um, do you, when you talk to your brothers, you said, do you have to, do you make the case not to come? Do you have to convince them and tell them of everything you've been through? You said you've been through some tough, very, very
So
difficult
I have to tell them that, but sometimes not they would believe whatsoever. Because anything that you tend to tell somebody back home in Africa not to embark on this journey, the person is the concept that he or she will be having is that you don't want me to come. That's why you are telling anything poor, anything negative you tell the person, you will tell it because you don't want me to come. That's why you are telling me all these negative stuff.
Yeah.
They are okay. You are telling me negative part. Tell me the good part.
Right.
Understand? Yes, in anything, in everything in life, there are good and the bad. But if at all the good, to take the journey from Gambia to Libya, you only face challenges. Only face challenges. Only challenges you face. It's not that the most courageous make it or the wealthy person. No, you face challenges day by day of your life. Understand? You lose all your privilege, you lose everything, you lose all your dignity, you lose your right. You are just like something, an object that they are pushing. Going. You have no privilege, you have no right. So anybody you tend to advise, don't come because there is this, there is this. You, the person will tell you, no, me, I will come. How did you make it? Do you think you are brave than me or what? Understand? So, but some people will with the open. It depends the person that you are communicating also to. But if you communicate to somebody who is very open-minded, he or she will absorb or consume it very well with understanding, knowing that yes, it's true. Don't mind, no problem. Yes, I will. I agree. Yes, let
Yeah.
me just follow up his advice.
Mm.
But me, when I'm going to say, I am sincere to even here, those who I interact with, I don't pretend. I will tell you the truth without judging you, leaving you to choose and then make decision by yourself. But what I will tell you, so that tomorrow you will not blame me.
Right.
Understand? I don't want to be blamed.
You mentioned that life in Sicily is not easy. In like you face a lot of discrimination because you're black. Can you tell me more about that? Maybe some stories if you want to
Well,
share.
here we all know Sicily is the south of Italy, and then
Mhm.
also it's not the Europe that we also expect to live in. Life here and life in those who are living in North Italy is quite different. Even those who living in North Italy look on the Sicilians like nomadic people, like no local people. So imagine we black finding ourselves in them.
Mm.
So the intimidation on them is already there because those who are in the north see them as locals. So we also are living within locals. So if they discriminate us, why did they term them as local? Because maybe their level of education or the life they live or they are far behind because they said here is small Africa because we are closer to Africa than so you finding yourself in that system, so you just need to adapt to it because this stereotype on you will always be on you, even no matter what that they are living with foreigners still when because some people tell you, hey, my grandmother was in Libya before, or my grandmother traveled to Germany, but that doesn't make them to change. Only a few have a very open-minded, but many of them, their mind is mindset is very, very close. Imagine those who cannot even speak correct Italian with grammars or to punch with a good punctuation of a good sentence. So how do you expect those people
Right.
so to treat you? So this is the life here, but not everybody also because sometimes you come across with people who are very nice to you, they are very understanding, but the level of for migrants we don't, well, many people don't see it as the last bus stop for us. Even me, if I find it, if I can make it, or it's because of destiny I'm still here, but my wish is to go ahead,
Mm.
at least maybe in a far away place in the North Italy or to go outside Italy. But because of work or what I'm doing, I see I'm still living it here with not without to complain. I have met with good friends and then also met with bad people also, but still I'm focused and then I am determined. And I know that all this is gonna be normal because whatsoever destiny decide on you, it will surely happen to you.
Yeah.
But it's a nice place, a very nice environment. We have a sunny day, we have beaches, we have nature, so
Mm.
it's a very nice place. And the life is very cheap here also, so
Yeah.
it's a very good place to live.
Yeah, for our project, Karamo, we were supposed to actually visit you guys there in Sicily.
That is very nice to meet up then.
Yeah, it was
Because
really,
Sicily is very nice, especially during the summer. It's very, very nice.
I can only imagine. I always look at pictures of Sicily every now and
No,
then.
it's very nice. That one there is no doubt. It's surrounded by nature, and then life is cost nothing here. Life costs nothing, 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 absolutely. So it's a nice place.
So, Karamo, we're almost ending the near of our interview, but I have just a couple more questions. You mentioned you still want to go north, maybe to North Italy. What is, after you're done with all your projects there, what is the dream for Karamo? What does it look like? Where do you want to end up? What do you see your life looking like? Your wildest dream?
Uh, well, I want to push ahead just to go for more opportunity for myself to build up my future, and then also to get exposed in the life hereafter. You understand? Because not to, I'm living here, I know the life here. Also, I want to know what is happening also outside the outside world.
Hmm.
So and have a brief knowledge also about it, and then also way of life, and then maybe job opportunities also. This is my wish also to go for more opportunity and then to see life. But I will also anywhere I find myself, I will continue doing what I am doing because I love doing it. Yes. What I'm doing, I love doing it even. And anywhere I find myself in Italy or no, anywhere I might find myself, I will continue. I want to always continue my life, working with migrants and then helping them to resolve their problems.
Has life changed ever since the pandemic news came? News of the pandemic of COVID-19?
Well, life here I do before and before the pandemic, it was like I said, level less opportunity, and then also during the pandemic, as people find it difficult. Imagine those who live on the street.
Mm.
All these centers that where people used to go and eat, we are all closed. All these mensa, so there were less social workers on the street who will be talking to migrants because everybody is after his own security, being at home. So
Mm.
no less people were outside. So for us, I did voluntary work at the community of Santa Gidio where I used to go every morning, and then sometimes I would take some food stuff and then take it to the boys and then give them packages so that at least they can keep themselves for the day. So it was very hard because many people also lose their work because maybe we are working without any contract, maybe black job. So during the pandemic, you have to stay home without no work, so you have no income. So there are much difference, but gradually things are picking up again, but still it's not like before. But we hopefully wish that things turn out normal because if not, it will not be easy for anybody.
Right. Okay, last question. It's a fun question. What was the happiest moment this week that you had in your work, in your life at San Agito, with your friends or the migrants that you advise? Can you tell me about the happiest moment? Our conversation so far has been a little sad, and I don't want to leave you on a
Well,
sad.
me, my happy moment, I have many happy memories. Like me, for example, okay, I felt very happy when they issue me with the permit of stay here in Europe. Because I know that, well, I have a stepping stone. And then I will achieve all my dreams because I know that with this permit in my hand, there is nothing that will stop me.
Yeah,
I was very happy with that. Okay. From then, any achievement that I do in my daily day activities, I see as an achievement.
yeah,
Even I help you to go to your lawyer and then you sit with your lawyer and then he just tell you something that will please your hand. For me, I see it as an achievement because maybe the person was very worried, but we have an achievement. Every day, well, I can say every day of my life, any achievement that I do in my daily day activity, for me, is an achievement for me.
it's a happy moment every day.
Yeah, it's an happiness. And then I feel happy about it. And I love helping people. And then anytime I go with somebody for the mission and then we accomplish that mission, I really feel happy. It's like my own thing. I felt I'm the one who achieved it. So every day, life is nice, and then when you are doing something that you like, that is the most important thing. Yes, me, I'm doing what I like, so that's even I'm having no pay in it, but I really like it, and then this is giving me a good spirit. Imagine somebody doing a work that you don't like, you don't have, even it's time to go to work, you feel dizzy, you go to work without any mood, but me, I feel happy. If I don't have any engagement, I don't feel good. So I feel happy because I am doing what I like.
Yeah.
This is most important to me.
Well, Karamo, your story is remarkable. You're an amazing person. Thank you for sharing so much with me, and my colleagues and my peers are going to be able to, my professors too, are going to be able to watch our interview today, which is nice. But I hope that we can continue talking. This is not the end of our conversation, our friendship, our collaboration. Hopefully we can schedule something soon and continue talking about your projects that you have. I'd love to hear more about them.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to meet you. And then I will be glad to work and collaborate with people as well.